how are you all? Welcome to the class. Students, today we will discuss about the difference between bones and cartilage. So you know that bones, they are very hard and matrix is compact and contains ocean protein, and it is very important. Bone is they having ocean protein and matrix is elastic soft and contains chondrin protein. This is very important. Okay. Next one is lamellin, that is absent in cartilage but present in bones, and osteocytes have many protoplasmic processes, and chondrocytes they don't have such structures. You know here. Next one is bone marrow is present in bone but bone marrow is absent in cartilage. Okay. Outer and inner osteoblast layers are present, but in cartilage only one outer chondroblast layer is present, and blood vessels and nerve cells are present in matrix of the bone, but these are absent in cartilage. Next one is vascular tissue. So students, you know vascular tissue, so that is here blood. Next one is here you are studying about the blood. So you know that vascular tissue in blood is a fluid connective tissue. It is very important question, and it is red in color. You know very well that 5 to 6 liter of blood is found in a normal person, that is approximate 1/13th part of the body weight. This composed of plasma and blood calf cells. So plasma, it is about 55% of blood, and it is slightly alkaline, clear, transparent and non-living. Here growth fluid constituent, and plasma, it consists of about 90% of water and remaining 10% of several type of organic and inorganic constituents. Okay. Now these blood cells, so here RBC, red blood calf cells, that are also known as erythrocytes. This RBC, okay, they contain red color respiratory pigment, that is called the hemoglobin, and it transport the oxygen. And white blood cells, they are also known as the soldiers, that means they form the antibodies in the blood. And next one is these are also eosinophil, basophil and neutrophils, and granulocytes, these are categorized to granulocytes that are of three types: eosinophil, basophil and neutrophils, and agranulocytes that are lymphocytes and monocytes. Okay. And students, you know that monocytes, they have a bean shaped nucleus, and monocytes are actively motile and used for the phagocytosis, and here monocytes are circular in resting stage, but here they form many pseudopodia in activity stage and engulf bacteria by phagocytosis. So monocytes are very important. These platelets, you know that these are used for the coagulation of the blood. And the next one here, the function of blood, that is transportation of food materials and transporting of oxygen. Also it transport the carbon dioxide and excretory substances, and transport of hormones, that all the endocrine hormones that are transported through the, and regulation of temperature, it is very important function of the blood. So prevention of diseases, that means it also prevent us from new diseases, and it gives us immunity, and at the time of cut or injured this blood, it have find the platelets which clot the blood. Next one is lymph. It is a colorless fluid that is filtered out the blood capillaries, and it consists plasma like blood and white blood calf cells. So red blood cells are absent into the lymph, and it is very important function of lymph, that lymph distributed food materials and oxygen to all those parts of the body where blood capillaries cannot reach. Now it collects the excretory materials and CO2 from cells, and this lymphocyte system, so that is called the lymphatic system. It collects blood plasma which has diffused out from the blood capillaries and returns to the bloodstream, and this lymph absorbs fatty materials in small intestine, and it produces antibodies which fight against the infections. So students, this one is the difference between blood and lymph. It is very important that this blood is fluid connective tissue, and resisting here it consists the plasma and blood calf cells, but lymph is colorless and their RBCs are absent. White blood calf cells are less in numbers and WBC of neutrophils are more here, but here in case of lymph WBC are more and blood contains more nutrients and oxygen but in lymph it contains less oxygen and nutrients, and blood doesn't help in absorption of fat but lymph helps in absorption of fats. And soluble proteins are more in case of blood, but in lymph there is more insoluble proteins. Students, next is function of connective tissue. So you know that connective tissue, it connects one tissue with other organs and forms the packing materials, and cells of connective tissue, they destroy the bacteria and germs, and bones and cartilage support body and provide proper shape. Oxygen and CO2 are transported by the blood, you know, and that blood is also a connective tissue, that is a fluid connective tissue. And this one is very important, that adipose tissue, it stores the fat and forms the insulating layer for the thermoregulation. Next one is muscular tissue. So you know muscular tissue is, so this is made up of thin, long and here contractile muscle cells that are called the muscle fibers, and muscles, here muscle cells contains elongated and here proteinous structure which are called the myofibrils, and which lie their long axial parallel to the long axis of the muscle fibers. And muscular tissue, it exhibits two properties, contractility and motility, and locomotion of animals and movement in other body organs. This is occur to the contractile, here contraction of muscles. So types of muscles, next topic we will discuss in our next video. Till then, thank you everyone.